What's up everyone? Rainy day here today at Nara. We are in the Stacked Racing compound. Most of you guys know this is the new compound setup for Stacked Racing. You've got N-Style, Naoki Nakamura, and you've got Casey from Shirts Tucked In at the back there. I just want to take in, being able to build your car in Japan has actually been a dream of mine for a long time. And to be able to do it at such cool different workshops like Toshi from Alpha Auto Projects, and now Stacked Racing here at Shane's shop, and in this massive compound that they have now, like just check out all these cars here. Some of them just shells ready to be, you know, used one day. Some of them retired shells. But as we take a look around, it's just honestly S chassis heaven out here. This place honestly blows my mind. This is such a cool thing. You got Luke Fink's AU Falcon at the back there, 33 GDR, my S15, our hoist for the day. This is how you do things in Japan. This sick S15. I used to love these wheels back in the day. I always wanted a pair of VS XX, and to see how they look on an S15, this looks fucking sick. This looks so sick. The styling here is just so cool. So yeah, this came in last week when I was here dropping off my knuckles, and then we've just got a bunch of shells, go-karts, and it's just so cool seeing like a place out here in nature surrounded by trees and stuff, and you've just got car parts everywhere. Definitely the car guy's dream to see stuff like this. So anyway, that's pretty much Shirts Tucked In. Sorry, not Shirts Tucked In, Stacked Racing. And just to give you guys some extra cool stuff to look at, Mad Mike's rotary wagon. It's being stored here at Stacked Racing. This thing is so fucking sick. You guys don't get to see stuff like this anymore, and it's truly, honestly, a blessing. RX3 wagon. I don't know too much about RX3 wagons, but this one's fucking cool and it sounds fucking sick. So I've also got this new Supra. A few other cars being stored away at the back there, but just to give you guys an idea of how cool workshops can be in Japan. You've got old nostalgic fenders and stuff, 1000 SR20 heads, parts for days, more SR20 blocks. Just such a cool place that these places exist. Honestly, like, you watch this stuff, or I used to watch this stuff on YouTube all the time, and now I'm finally here building our own S15 in Japan, and I get to, you know, hang out for a day at a place like this to work on my own car with the help of Shane's staff here. And they've just been really accommodating to me and being able to, you know, use the space and help me build my car. So yeah, that's Shirts Tucked In kind of area at the back there, and then you've got N-Style, Naoki Nakamura, and his setup here too. Now he's also got like all of his super sick cars are obviously stored inside in the shed, but you've got all of his other cars outside, which is really, really cool. It feels like, you know what it feels like? It feels like a time capsule being here. And the fact that it's rained, and to see this in real life, you know, just in my head when I'm walking around, I've just got music playing, and I've just got like this slow motion video clip of all this stuff kind of looks like a graveyard, but all these cars are still very much working. Some of them have retired, but very much so. One of the coolest compounds you'd ever see, like having all these different workshops here, and they all work together pretty much. So, you know, Shane's a really big exporter of cars and parts all over the world, and he's been here for such a long time. He told me the other day he came here in like 2002 or 2004. So one of the early pioneers from Australia, from where I'm from, to come and start this dream, and now he's like fluent Japanese. He's pretty much a local here, and he's one of the guys that gave me a burst of knowledge and how to build like the cars here and why they do it here. So instead of, otherwise I just would have picked a Nismo 2A LSD, and for a car that doesn't really need it, I would have spent all that money. So he's like, no, you don't need to spend all that money on a diff. You just need to do it the right way and build your car for the right power level, the right way that you need it. Whereas in Australia, where I'm from, we just build the car way over what we need, and it ends up turning either unenjoyable sometimes, or other things break that we didn't spend the money on, and we spend the money on either the wrong thing, or we spend too much money on the right thing, but you never use its full potential. So having people like that you can, you know, use their knowledge to build the right car in Japan really helps. And it's just cool to be out here in Nara, in nature, surrounded by what I've seen, the most S chassis I've ever seen in one place at the same time. But yeah, it's really cool. This place, honestly, Japan's like honestly like a time capsule. So today we're gonna do the diff on the S15. We're gonna do it on the forklift. This is how we pick up cars in Japan. We're about to pick up my S15. This is absolutely crazy how they do it. Blows my mind. It's like bouncing on the thing. You can see the front of it is like, can't comprehend. It's a bit scary, but I mean, fuck, they know what they're doing, so it's cool to have a look at how the car's going underneath. Quick checkup. Give you guys a little bit of a look at the exhaust, the D-Max exhaust that we put in the other week. It's all going pretty well. Might have to get a new gasket because I think that it seems to be leaking. I had to reuse an old gasket here, but I mean, other than that, it seems to be going alright. She definitely looks good. It's a bit of a process today. We're going to remove the factory diff, because as we know, that's an open diff LSD from factory. It's just no good. So we're gonna unbolt the factory diff at the moment right now, and unbolt the axles, unbolt from the tail shaft, and then pretty much the mounting points to where it mounts to the actual cradle and the back of the cradle too. Pull that diff out. We're going to dismantle it fully, pull the center out, pull the shafts out, put the new Cusco shafts in, center in, sorry, with the shafts, oil it, seal it back up, chuck it back in, reassemble it, and that'll be us. So I'm just helping Shane's staff take out the diff. It's actually quite heavy doing this on your own, so it kind of requires two people. I've managed to do it before when it's on the ground by myself, but when you're in the air, it kind of just requires two people. So just getting it out together, and then we're going to start by taking it apart and dismantling it. So let's have a look at the old diff. this is what a factory S15 diff looks like. Got the 3x2 shafts here, 6 bolts, the bigger circles, and you got the ABS sensor here for the ABS speed sensor, breather, and then you've got the hat in the back. So what we're going to do now is pop out these shafts, pull the hat off, stand the diff up, and then how we get to the center is inside here. Pretty much the way diff works is from the gearbox, you've got the tail shaft, which then you can see as I spin the tail shaft here, this is what transfers the power from the tail shaft into the diff and to the both wheels here. Now the thing is, the inside center contraption mechanical device in here called this the diff center, which this is a Salisbury type diff. If it's not tight enough, these wheels, the power going at each wheels, it won't distribute the power evenly. And what will actually happen is, if one side spins faster than the other, when you're going around a corner, that's fine if it's a road car, but when you're drifting and in motorsport, you want these to be able to spin at the same time, no matter how much power and load is going into here. What that creates then, when you go around a corner, is it makes the car want to actually push out, if you get what I mean. And having a factory diff like this, if that doesn't happen, it can become very unpredictable when you're actually sliding. So what it will do is make the car very unpredictable and possibly create a crash or something like that if both wheels don't lock up properly. So that's the idea of having a lock diff, a mechanical LSD, like a proper motorsport one, is it's going to distribute the power evenly to both sides, both wheels, and then you're going to get a very much more controllable drift or slide, whatever application you're using it for. Even for time attack and stuff, shooting out of corners and stuff, if both wheels are planted and both wheels are receiving power at the same time evenly, then it's also going to make the car much more predictable, make you have a lot more grip out of the corner. Why we've decided to go a 1.5 way diff. Now, back in Australia, I had my old S15. I actually had a 2-way Nismo GT Pro. That was fine, that was really good actually. That's one of the best diffs you can actually get, and that's what a lot of people run. 2-way, you can get a 1.5 way, but I got the 2-way at the time because I just, you know, I didn't really know, so I just spent the maximum amount of money I could because I thought that was the best idea to do it. Now it became really good. As you know, Nismo 2-ways are very clunky and stuff for the street, which I'm fine with driving around. Like, I know it's going to be a drift car, so it is what it is. But I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people actually, big horsepower, or not so much horsepower, but big aggressive style drivers, even at Mayhan, use a 1.5 way for certain types of driving. Now it varies on different tracks, but Mayhan, a lot of people are using 1.5 ways as well that I've spoken to. So I was very surprised by that. Now I asked them why, and they said sometimes it helps if you got that little bit of a give coming out of corners, you can actually create more grip coming out of corners for more speed. So there's a bunch of different reasons why. Now a 1.5 way, as you may or may not know, locks up pretty much on full acceleration and on acceleration, and also on deceleration, and only locks up about half or something like that. Whereas a 2-way locks up on acceleration and deceleration. The only time it's unlocked is when you put the clutch in, there's no more power going back to the back wheels. So I've opted for the 1.5 way just to learn a lot about the ways that people do stuff here in Japan, and I think it's gonna, you know, help this car. Even with not going for the craziest lock kit, I'm going for the 2.5 Noki burst knuckle, more street friendly car, and also it's going to be a lot snappier for how I want it set up, and just a friendly street car that you can drift, take to the track, and it's not too crazy to drive. Now I'm sure it's going to be making some noises as well with the diff, but it is what it is. it's still a drift car at the end of the day, and that's what we are here for in Japan, is to build a sick S15 drift car, street car that we can enjoy while we're here. And as I come back and forth to Japan, I can just come and drive it whenever I want, and then eventually it'll come back to Australia with us one day. So yeah, now we're going to start by opening up the LSD and show you guys what it looks like inside. So this is our Cusco RS 1.5 way LSD that I was telling you guys about. We're going to unbox it now to show you guys what the center looks like. So Cusco is a really good brand, and pretty much we opted for Cusco. It's more budget friendly, so it doesn't come with the sub-axle shafts like you would get in the Nismo GT Pro LSD, but it's still a really good brand. And for our power figure that we're running here in Japan for this car and what it's going to be in the end, it's not going to be anything crazy, so we don't actually need the whole GT Pro LSD. The Cusco 1.5 way is going to be good enough. So this is pretty much it. It's already filled with a little bit of oil just to keep it good, but as you can see the ramps and stuff in here, the springs. So pretty much with power and with load, you get the stub axles going in there, and you'll get the spring push apart, and it'll obviously engage the clutches. So on this side inside, and on that side there'll be the clutch plates, and when the spring is actually pushing the ramps apart, or whatever you call it, those plates will engage and both the axles are going to be locked up fully. So that's really exciting. I won't open it yet just because I'm not ready to put it in, but yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like, the centerpiece, and there's nothing much more to it than that. So what we gotta do, pull out the other center. The other center is going to look slightly like this, and we're actually going to bolt the crown wheel to it, and then crown wheel is going to meet the pinion where the tail shaft goes in. Stub axles out there will go in, and yeah. Alright, so we've got our crown wheel out of the diff housing, pinion gear at the back. These are all our bearings and stuff. So pretty much what we've done is, these are our two stub axles, popped them out. We've taken this and unbolted this crown wheel off the actual the center, and yeah, now we're going to put the new center bolted straight to the existing crown wheel, and then reassemble pretty much as you see. So over here we've got Shane, the owner of Stacked Racing. He's just come and taken over from his staff, and we're putting it back together now, doing the clearances, pushing the bearings on, making sure the clearances are correct for the diff, putting the oil back in, and then I helped him put the diff back in the car, reassemble it, and that was pretty much it. Alright, so we just finished for the day, just packed up everything, and we're just about to leave now to test the diff. Obviously, because Japan's strict, and in this day and age now, there's lots of cameras anywhere. I'm not going to be doing any drifting until we get to the track, or until we find a good place. But in this video, I just can't do any drifting to test because we're still in an area where there's too much around. But yeah, pretty much we finished today, and thanks so much to Shane at Stacked Racing for helping install the diff. Really great guy for helping me do that. And also, it's going to be really interesting. There is a Meihan day for D course coming up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be more of a chill day, so I'm thinking of entering that. We'll see what happens. But we got the diff done, so right now all we have left to do, or by the time you actually guys see this video, we would have done the manifold by now, and then we might have the knuckles done in this video. Otherwise we're yet to get the knuckles done, and then that's pretty much it. Then we're allowed to drift, so let's go.